Welcome to virtual GED class, guys. We're going through the 5th lesson now on interpreting word problems. And what we've been doing here is pulling out all these different skills that a mathematician will use to interpret a word problem, isolating those muscles, as I like to call them, and working them out one at a time. So today we're going to be practicing choosing the correct information. The GED loves to throw more information at you than you need. They like what are known as item set problems, or lots of charts and graphs with tons of information all over them. And how are you supposed to know what information to use? So that's what the skill we're going to be exercising today. And to do it, I'm going to be asking you some weird open-ended questions. Unlike what you'll see on the GED, the things we'll do today will have multiple answers, maybe not necessarily one right way, but again, we're trying to isolate and build a skill. Okay, here we go with all the weird questions. Number 1, you want to find the number of boxes of Cheerios in stock at Safeway. No joke. We want to know how many boxes of Cheerios do they have? And I'm curious, what information do we need in order to figure this out?
We'd have to go look.
Where?
On the computer or in the back room.
Okay, you want me to go into the back room? If I went into the back room, what would I find?
Cases. Oh, you're going to find a lot of pallets.
Yeah, okay. I heard cases, I heard pallets. Yeah, I would definitely need to know the number of cases or the number of pallets in the back room. Let's just hope that my Safeway is so small that I don't have whole pallets of Cheerios. Let's go with number of cases. Okay, so number of cases will help me in my goal, but problem there, I didn't ask you for the number of cases of Cheerios in stock in Safeway. I asked you for the number of boxes in stock. So if I went and counted the cases, what else would I need to know?
You would have to know how many come on one case.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I would need to know the number of boxes of Cheerios in a case. So definitely this is helping me to know how many boxes of Cheerios I have in stock at Safeway, but probably I don't only have Cheerios in the back room, huh?
Right.
Yeah, where else would I have Cheerios, Nicole?
On the shelf.
And the shelf. And what would I do there to figure out the...
Count however many are on the shelf and then add
the number on the shelf. Exactly. We don't have cases there. We can just count. See my weird questions? I told you I'd be full of weird questions today.
I don't like them.
You don't like them? It's just I hate them. I want a right answer, you wench. Okay, well, if you leave and pretend you have technical issues.
Yeah.
Because they're all like this today. Okay.
And I love them, and
Nicole, you love them?
I do.
Oh, well, good. So I was just talking about this with Nicole earlier.
You are crazy.
Because she likes word problems. You prefer symbols, huh, David? You'd rather strip the word problem of all the words and just be the numbers. So number 2, you want to know what time to catch the bus. What time to catch the bus? What information do you need, guys?
Our bus out here, the Cat's bus, has a little packet with the time in it.
What are you going to look up in that packet? What information?
Bus schedules.
Okay, but then you're going to look at this bus schedule. There's going to be all these different times on it. How are you going to pick which one?
It has like the, what do you call that? The bench where on the street.
Oh, so you need to know like your bus stop name or the street name or whatever?
That coincides with the time.
Yeah, that'd be good. We go to look at that schedule. We better know the name of our bus stop. I agree. Now, what did you say, David? I liked your answer too.
You've got to know what time you want to be there.
Yeah, what time I need to be there. Okay, so the time I need to arrive would be important to me. Anything else?
How long it's going to take you to get to your bus?
Do you mean like leaving from your house or where you were at to get to the bus stop? Is that what you're talking about, Nicole?
Yeah, you'd have to subtract that from time of going there.
Cool. Anything else? There's again, I'm going to drive you nuts today. There's not one right answer. Anything else we would need to know if we wanted to know what time to catch the bus?
How far away it is?
Yeah, for sure. How far away or how long I'm going to travel on the bus.
How long you're going to be on the bus?
Yeah, exactly.
The name of the bus.
There you go.
That's good. If I get on the wrong bus, I'll be in trouble.
Then you're going to have to take another bus back.
When I was a young woman, I used to work at a breakfast restaurant that was maybe an hour and 15 minutes by bus from where I live. And I'd take the bus every morning and I had to be to work by 4:30. So I took the very first bus. It was like a 3:15 bus. And I would fall asleep on that bus all the time and wake up in the wrong state. I would wake up in Vancouver, Washington when I was supposed to be in North Portland.
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh crap, I am late for work.
How often did you fall asleep?
I did that twice. I woke up in Washington twice. It's not
oh my
good.
gosh.
Okay. Random. Sorry, y'all. I don't even know. But anyway, it was important to me. Those bus schedules were super important at one point in my life. Okay. Number 3, you want to know your car's mileage. What information do you need? Okay, so now we're getting a little math here. This word mileage is definitely a math word. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Just in general, if I say mileage, what am I talking about?
How far you're going, or
It definitely has to do with how far you're going, but how far you're going with what when you talk about mileage? Anybody know? Have you ever heard like you go to the car dealership and they tell you something like, oh, your car, the mileage is 32 mpgs?
it says
What's that
32 miles per gallon.
There you go, miles per gallon. So how far you're going on 1 gallon of gasoline. So that's what you're trying to figure out.
What about if you want to know the mileage of the odometer, the whatever the heck it is, the actual miles that are on the vehicle?
So you're saying that I need to know then like how many miles I traveled?
Yeah.
Okay.
And mileage. So how many what's the mileage on your vehicle?
Oh, I see what you mean. You're saying that word could be used 2 different ways, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll clarify then. So like I said, have said before, you guys have the disadvantage that you have a error-prone woman who's not always clear. But when you go to take the GED, you won't have that disadvantage. On the GED, they will be very clear with what they want. Their questions have been vetted. Okay, so let's pretend like my question said, you want to know your car's mileage in miles per gallon. Now it's clear.
Okay. Perfect.
Now it's clear that I want the MPGs, right? So we said that was how far your car could travel on 1 gallon of gasoline. So, okay, what would I need to find if I wanted to, or what information would I need in order to find how far my car can travel on 1 gallon of gasoline?
What kind of car it is?
Oh, I love this. You're assuming that it's a known value, like I could go Google it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to, 2 different ways I could do it. So David's thinking I'm going to hit the internet and Google it with what kind of car it is. And you're right, certain cars have mileage information up online or on their car sticker. And you know, the thing is those are ideal numbers or average numbers, right? But the average Honda Civic on the average day in the average city traffic has 27 miles per gallon. Do you see what I'm saying? So that would help me find an average. But what if I wanted to find the actual mileage of my car for a certain trip? What numbers would I need to go find in order to find my car's miles per gallon?
Maybe how many gallons your vehicle.
Okay, there we go. I like that. I need to know how many gallons of gas.
Like the max.
You need to fill up, yes.
Okay, so I filled up my car with like 12.8 gallons of gas. So then what else would I need to know?
Miles.
Mm-hmm. Now, these are not how word problems are normally presented. Some of you guys might be able to go find these things without being able to put it into words. But like I said, I'm trying to exercise this muscle. So thank you guys for putting up with my weird shenanigans. So yes, absolutely. If I wanted to find how far my car could travel in miles per gallon, I'd need to know the gallons of gas that I used for the certain number of miles that I traveled.
But we would have to wait until the car went on empty anyway to fill up again to figure out how many miles per gallon, correct?
Oh, that's a really good question. Yeah, you just want to make sure that you're clear. You'd have to just drive your car to E if you did that. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
That would be one way to do it. You'd have to drive from E to E. That would be rough and hard to do. And also it's hard to measure the amount of gas in our tank. So making sure we have the same starting amount and ending amount would be difficult. Yeah, if we really wanted to do this in real life, we might start from the tank being full. So start when it's full. Measure the miles that I traveled. So maybe I traveled 300 miles and then I fill up my tank and I see how much I fill up my tank with.
We'll just use the mileage, wouldn't you? So you fill your tank up and then you go a certain amount of miles and you read your speedometer and it'll tell you how many miles.
Yeah, my odometer. Yeah.
Or your odometer.
I think what Nicole is saying is we won't be sure that we're starting and ending with the exact same amount unless we drive from empty to empty.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that what you're saying, Nicole?
Yes.
So I think if I were doing this in real life, like I said, I'd drive the mileage first. So I'd start with a full tank and then I would drive maybe 300 miles, drive some number of miles. So that's my miles I traveled. And then I'd fill up my tank because I can go from full to full and I can see, oh, I just used 4 gallons of gas. So I just went 300 miles on 10.4 gallons of gas because that was the amount not in my tank anymore. So that's how I'd probably do it if I was in real life. But it's still the same two pieces of info, gallons of gas and number of miles I traveled. We're just talking about the practicalities of figuring out that gallons of gas when I can't go into my gas tank and weigh it or measure it without a device. Okay, so you guys are asking cool questions. Now let's see what Veronica said. Veronica asked, would I need to know the price of gas? Okay, so do we need to know the price of gas in order to know our car's mileage, our miles per gallon?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're not dealing with any dollars. Now, if we were talking about dollars per mile, miles per dollar, gallons per dollar, dollars per gallon, all of those things legit with the dollar in it, then I would want to.
Yeah, it's not price per mileage or.
Yes, exactly. But if it was, then I would go want to find the dollars. So they can ask me lots of different questions.
That's
Okay,
a good question, because I actually thought I was thinking the same thing.
you were thinking the same thing. Yeah. And a lot of people do. And that's one of the things, like sometimes we just get so distracted. All these numbers look good to us. We're not sure which ones to use. And I told you guys the main GED student method that I'm used to is pick up the calculator, mush and pray, right? Our mush and pray method. So I'm trying to give you some other strengths besides mush and pray. Okay, so let's look at 4, 5, and 6. David, I just want you to know that, don't worry, even though you haven't been here, Nicole's been keeping me in line. So now there's both of you, so I'm really in trouble today. Let's look at number 4. You want to know how much you should put in savings each month to afford a vacation to Hawaii. Guys, this is my life. I'm from Hawaii. Okay, this is where I grew up. And I haven't been home since 2012. And just saying that makes me want to cry. So you want to know how much you should put in savings each month in order to afford a vacation to Hawaii. What information do you need?
How much it's going to cost to get to Hawaii?
What do you mean by get to Hawaii?
The mode of transportation. So whether it be
so like my
driving,
airplane ticket or whatever? Okay, so the cost of the airplane ticket, Veronica said flight price, same thing. And she said meals, which I think you said food, David, so same deal. Okay, what else would I need to know?
Your paycheck minus your expense, your daily expenses, monthly expenses of how much you can put away. Budget.
Oh, like how much I can afford to save. So you want to take my paycheck minus my expenses to figure out how much I can afford to save?
Yes.
Yeah, or spend.
How much I can spend on the Hawaii vacation, how much I can save each month. Okay, same deal. What else would I need to know?
A hotel. How much a hotel's going to cost?
Y'all think I'm staying in a hotel? No, what kind of rich woman do you think I am? I'm staying with relatives. No, I'm just teasing you. Okay. I'm like, where's your couch, sister? Okay. Cost of hotel. Okay, what else?
How long you're going to be gone?
So,
How long I'm going to be gone? Okay, how many days I'll be there? Yeah, that'll affect my hotel costs, also food costs. There's something I feel like we haven't really dealt
also,
with
how
yet.
much money?
I want to know how much you should put into savings each month to afford a vacation to Hawaii. I feel like you've got a lot about the vacation to Hawaii, but not anything dealing with that. I want to know how much to save each month.
Take everything that you spend in a month, and then whatever's left over, you save.
Okay, yeah, you did tell me that. Paycheck minus expenses is how much I can save. So you just want me to specify that it would be my monthly paycheck minus my monthly expenses?
Yeah.
If you're on vacation, you'll also want spending money. So,
Oh, girl, spending money.
just saying, I would love to
Like I'm bringing
spend some money.
home a suitcase of stuff from Hawaii. Okay, spending money. I still feel like we haven't dealt with the each month's part. You guys.
How soon we're going? If
Yeah,
it's 2
thank
weekends,
you. How many months do I have to save? That's going to make a big difference. If I'm going in 3 years, that's way different from 3 months.
Exactly. So if we're planning a trip in 12 months and we can divide that by our.
There you go.
David's like, that's what I was thinking. What Nicole said is exactly what I was thinking.
David and I think alike.
Veronica also said percentage of paycheck. Like, I think she means percentage of paycheck that we could afford to save. That would definitely be one way we could figure out this monthly paycheck idea. So it could be totally in percent. Okay, so cool. Did you guys have any other things that you need to know for how much we need to put in savings each month to afford a vacation to Hawaii?
I mean, if I was to go to Hawaii, my kids would have to go. So
That's exactly my problem, Chelsea. I have 6 kids. Every time I get another set of kids, I just see my Hawaii vacation going off another 2 years.
yeah.
So cool. We got tons of great information we would want to know for you guys. I see you've thought about your vacations now. let's look at number 5. This is real life too. It's coming up in my life right now. You want to know how much ham and turkey to cook for Thanksgiving. What information do you need?
How many people are coming over? How much each one of them people can eat?
So how many people are coming? How much each person can eat? How much what each person can eat?
Ham and turkey.
Okay.
You're going to want to know the price, right?
Oh, I love this. I wasn't thinking of that because I don't necessarily need to know the price to compute this, but David's in the real world and he knows that if ham is cheaper than turkey, y'all are eating ham this year.
Yeah.
Amen. 5 kids, ham all year long.
I know. And ham keeps going on sale for 99 cents a pound. I never thought I'd see the day, but my kids are like, I am sick of ham.
I'd get turkey. Turkey's supposed to make them sleepy.
Veronica added that we would want to know the servings, like the size of a serving or the number of servings, Veronica? The size of the servings. Like how much is an average serving of ham? Yeah, that would be super brilliant to know.
How big are your plates? How many plates do you have?
How size and number of plates. I think that's related to the people and how much they eat. I suppose it depends if I was letting them serve themselves or if I was serving them. So I wrote these problems 4 days ago and then my mom just texted me, will you do the turkey for Thanksgiving? So now guys, I needed this. So thank you. I appreciate you. So number 6, you want to know how much more you need to save to buy a mountain bike.
You're going to need to know the price of the mountain bike.
Yeah, for sure.
Or however much you think you want to spend on a mountain bike.
Okay, so that's an or situation, or how much we're willing to spend.
Yeah.
So then I want to know how much more that I need to save to buy my mountain bike. So I definitely agree with you that I need to know the price of the mountain bike. What else do I need to know?
We need to see how much we already have saved.
How much do I have right now? Yeah, if I'm looking for how much more, I better know how much I have right now. So let's look at what Veronica is chipping in. Veronica is saying expensive bike or regular bike. I feel like that's kind of what you guys said with the price of the mountain bike.
Yeah, like the brand of bike.
Mm-hmm. And so Veronica's pointing out that good quality will cost more, that if she wants it to last a long time. So she's actually saying that she would consider, when she goes to pick which bike, she would consider the quality of it, because in the long run, you'll be paying less over the long run if your bike lasts longer. So I think that's a really good point, Veronica. Definitely that goes into this decision-making right here with the price of the mountain bike. Yeah, I feel like number 6 is pretty straightforward. If we want to know how much more, we should know how much we need and how much we have. So good job. Okay, y'all, I seriously was looking around my office and thinking about life and trying to come up with some really practical examples of word problems. Not only because I think we all do math every day, but also because the GED likes these kinds of word problems too, because they figure this is the math you do in your real life. Okay? So if it's not slope on the GED, it's this kind of stuff. Okay, so let's look at 7. You want to know the best deal on yogurt. Okay, once again, when I'm shopping for the 6 kids who eat like 87 things of yogurt a week, this is very important to me. So help me out, guys. What would I need to know to figure out the best deal on yogurt?
Price.
Yeah, the price from all different places that you're buying it from.
David, get out of my head.
Oh, you're not talking about different yogurts. You're talking about from different stores, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. The price for all different stores.
The flavor would have to come into the deal too, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't like no peach yogurt.
Okay, so it has to be certain flavor yogurts.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say for the flavor I prefer.
Yeah. Gotta be specific there.
Okay, so I need the price for all the different stores for the flavor I prefer. When you go to the stores, is there just one flavor? I mean, like if I say I like strawberry yogurt, is there just one strawberry yogurt?
No.
Okay.
The different brands.
So David said prices of the different brands. Okay, wonderful.
We'd have to know the ounces.
Thank you. So she wants to know the size. We do usually measure that in ounces. I suppose if you bought big enough yogurts, it might be in pounds, but yeah.
When you have to divide that by the price and see which one is the best.
Yeah, if I wanted to compare prices, I would do price per ounce. I would take the price and divide by the ounces to compare the price per ounce. Yes, that's exactly what I would do. And you may have noticed when you're in the grocery store, they often have that on the tag. When you look at the tag, there'll be a price here, but there'll also sometimes be a little price up at the corner or down at the other corner. And it's usually a price per ounce or a price per unit, so you can compare unit prices. And if you're interested in that, Nicole, we have a whole video on what's known as unit rates, where we did a ton of those types of problems. Oh, Veronica said something so awesome. Veronica, you're right. I always do that. I don't know why I forgot it. You guys, you know what Veronica said? She said, you better look if you have any coupons. Now, I know David's a single guy. He's not rolling around with coupons in the grocery store, but us moms, right? We're trying to get 5 screaming children corralled while looking through our coupons. Yes.
Veronica and I need to be friends now. She's probably one of those coupon ladies.
Yeah. I'm a coupon lady too. I'm gonna drive you nuts in the grocery store. I am parked in the middle of the aisle, sorting through all my coupons to see. Okay, so we definitely need to know if we have any coupons or sales, because that will affect our price. And Veronica pointed out that it would get subtracted from the price, and I absolutely agreed. That is a wonderful thing I should have thought of. So very nice. Number 8, you wanted to know the total amount your wife spent when she went out shopping. Now, Veronica said she wants me to get the receipts, but what information are you looking for on that receipt, Veronica?
The amount she spent
Amount she spent
on each receipt.
Oh, so like from each store.
Yeah.
So your wife is like me. She went to more than one store. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I like how that was. It was like each receipt. He emphasized that each.
He's a little bitter. He's a little bitter. It's okay. It's okay. It's just money, David. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any, you were spending it on yogurt. What do you care if she buys some shoes?
Yeah, like $400 pair of shoes. Okay.
No, but she saved 40 cents on the yogurt, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Guys are so bad at math.
Right? Come on.
Those numbers are so different.
There's just an extra zero, and when you add an extra zero, what really does zero mean? Nothing.
Thank you, Nicole. I will explain that to my husband when I get home.
Yes.
So amount she spent at each store. Anything else we should know, you guys?
Discounts, maybe?
Sure. Now, if I didn't have those receipts, the discounts would come into play. Or the discounts could be on the receipt as well. So wonderful. Anything else I need to know how much she spent?
I mean, if we're going old fashioned, cash, she comes back with $20, you know that she spent what?
Oh, okay. So like you're thinking old fashioned way, we could just look at the amount she left with and the amount she came back with?
Yeah.
And pennies.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that would work.
I don't get handed money because I spend it on books and then I
And
get in trouble.
reptiles.
And
Yeah,
reptiles straight up, yeah.
Reptile problem too. But
Yeah. Books and
yogurt.
reptiles.
Yeah, for
And yogurt, yeah.
but not peach. Okay. Let's try number 9. So let's pull it back. Let's pull it back, y'all. We can do this. You want to know the amount of fencing to buy at Home Depot. Okay, now a problem David can relate to. What information do you need?
You're going to need the total square footage of the yard and where you're putting said fencing.
And the pricing of the fence.
Okay, price of fence.
So price of fence per square foot.
I'm struggling to agree with you. Every time you say square foot, that's what's making me look up and squint. Because square footage covers your yard. And I've never seen anybody yet cover their yard with fencing. Usually we put fence around the outside of the yard.
Okay, so you're going to do you're just going to take the perimeter.
Sure, perimeter of yard. And so then it would not be the price of fence per square feet. It would be the price of fence per foot. So then you probably want my perimeter of yard in feet if we got a price per foot. Okay, sweet. Anything else we need to know?
You're going to want to know the price of not just like that. We just finished our fence after 3 years of getting it up. So of all tools.
Screws or nails.
Those are so cute because look at my problem. It says you want to know the amount of fencing, but you guys just got real practical and you started talking money. But I want to know the amount of fencing. Let me see what Veronica said. Veronica said, how long is your yard? I definitely need to know the length of the yard. But there's one more word that goes along with length of the yard. Can you guys help me? What's
the width?
The width. So that kind of ties into what David was saying about perimeter, right? Perimeter is the total distance around a yard. So in order to find that total distance, I would need the length and the width. So I'm actually going to cross this off, not because it's not true, but just because strictly if I was just finding the amount of fencing that I needed for the yard, I'm not even looking at price yet. I'm just trying to get that number. Oh, I'm going to need 400 feet of fencing. before I walk in. Veronica said, is the fence pre-made or do you need to build it yourself? Yeah, I don't think that's going to affect how long around my yard. Now, oh, well, I suppose it might, if I'm talking about number of pieces to buy. Do they ever sell fencing by the piece?
That's what they do is they sell it by piece or you build it yourself.
Oh, okay, so that's what Veronica was trying to say. Okay, so
What if the fence was chain link or?
You're still buying it by pieces. So you buy a 100-foot roll of chain link or you can buy a 50-foot roll of chain.
okay, so I'm going to say how long the pieces are.
There you go.
And realize that, as Chelsea just pointed out, that, you know, depending on whether it's chain link or a wooden fence or whatever, my pieces might be different lengths. But I would need to know how long those pieces are in order to figure out how much to buy. Let's try 10, 11 to 12. Number 10, you want to know how much to pay your assistant. What information do you need? So Veronica said, I need to know how many hours per week. I need to know how much they worked, for sure.
How much do you want to pay them per hour?
I need to know the hourly rate or hourly wage. David called that how much to pay for per hour.
Yeah,
Now, this
actually,
is a real life thing for me. I basically got a restaurant dropped in my lap when I was about 23 years old. And all of a sudden it was like, do the payroll. And I had to figure out a lot of stuff. What else did I need to know in order to pay my assistant?
you're going to need to know your expenses, right?
For their paycheck, when I talked about how many hours per week and hourly rate, I had to know their expenses. I had to know their deductions.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things in deductions, you know, that word is pretty generic. It has taxes in it. It has insurance in it. It has all kinds of things. Veronica, you said experience. I'm not quite sure how experience plays into how much to pay my assistant. Why did you say that? Can you explain a little more?
Let's say you're a foreman. You're going to get paid double what the laborer is going to get paid.
Oh, so my wording wasn't clear, because definitely if I wanted to figure out their hourly rate, how much to pay them per hour, I would need to know their experience. Okay, I agree with you now. I understand what you're saying. So I just meant like how much to pay your assistant, like this pay period. And that's what I get for not being clear. Is there anything else I need to know?
How many days are in that pay period?
If I get paid by the day, then I need to know number of days.
We could still be getting paid by hour, but you're still going to want to know how many days to multiply by an hour.
Oh, like 8 hours a day times 10 days?
Yeah, there you
If
go.
I didn't know the total hours, yep, absolutely. That'd be a good way to go if I worked the same amount every day, for sure. I ran a restaurant, I had lots of interesting employees. I also had to know like the amount being garnished by the state for unback paid child support and things like that. But we'll just leave that out for now. Okay. So cool. Let's look at 11. You want to know how much vanilla to purchase in order to bake Christmas cookies. It's my life again. For all your friends and family, what information do you need?
How many friends and family? Well, how many friends do you have and how much?
Not that many, David. Thanks for pointing it out.
Hey, me neither.
So basically, how many people am I baking for? I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, what else do I need to know?
The size of the batch of cookies you need to make.
Absolutely. Or that it could be the size of the batch of cookies, or it could be the number of batch of cookies. Yeah, but I need batch information for sure. Yes, every year I'm like 6 of these and 8 of these and 12 of those. Okay.
How much vanilla you're going to need per batch.
Cool. This is a real life issue right now because vanilla skyrocketed in price. I don't know if any of you guys bake, but there was a shortage of vanilla, and all the prices have been really high for like the past year or two. So I really have been doing this math.
Isn't it like $6 now?
It's $6 for a little thing or $30 for the big thing at Costco. So you better believe I need to figure out exactly how much I need, because I'm not trying to spend more than I have to. Yeah. Okay. So what else do I need to know? Anything else?
How much it's all going to cost or no?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really come into play to how much vanilla I need to purchase, but I'll write it down because I might choose to, like one year I was really broke and I chose not to make chocolate cookies because I couldn't afford the expensive chocolate, you know. So I'll put it down there. It's useful. But just assuming that I am set in stone going to bake these cookies, I probably don't need to know
what kind of cookies you're going to make.
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
And Kate said that there are no wrong answers.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? And I did say that, and then I don't write down some of your answers. How rude.
Yeah.
Let's look at number 12. You want to find the average test grade in the class. What information do you need?
You need all the test scores.
And you need to know the highest amount you could have.
The highest amount I can have? What do you mean by that?
Like the highest grade you can get, and then the
Oh,
lowest.
like the total points available on the test?
Yeah.
You're assuming I'm doing it with percentage or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
How many people in the class? Yeah.
There you go. I definitely need that in order to find an average. Cool. Any other information I need to know to find the average test grade in the class?
No.
David's like, I hope knows the right answer because I'm done. Okay, sweet. So I got two more of those kind of open-ended ones, and then we'll move on to GED style. So let's try number 13. You want to know how much you will pay for your car over the course of the loan. What information do you need?
Price,
When you say price, what do you mean? Price of what?
the price of a car.
Like the sticker price or whatever?
The payments.
Okay, you could do payment amount,
How much your loan is,
Yeah.
or how long.
amount of loan, length of loan. Okay, I feel like Chelsea and Nicole are doing two different problem solving strategies. Neither one's wrong. It just depends on where we're starting. So we've talked about that before. Nicole's starting with that price of the car and portioning it out into the loans. But Chelsea's starting already having the payment amount. Veronica said she needs to know the interest. I absolutely agree. I'm going to put that up with what Nicole was saying. That definitely comes into play there. I think that if I knew the payment amount, like I know I'm paying $299 per month, then I would need to know one other important piece in order to know how much total I'm going to pay for the car.
When the payment is due.
Yeah. How many times I'm going to pay. So maybe that's what you meant by length of loan. Okay, so interesting. When we thought about starting with different information, it kind of led to a different pathway of what we would need. Okay, then let's just look at 14. You want to know what age you'll be ready to retire. Y'all, I'm already thinking about retirement, apparently. What information do you need?
How much you have saved?
How much you have saved?
Let's say you get benefits when you retire. So any benefits?
Okay, so amount of retirement benefits,
Uh-huh.
Social Security or retirement from your company or whatever.
Or your 401k,
Mm-hmm.
if you have one.
If you have one. Yeah. If you have a retirement savings. Okay, cool. What else do we need to know in order to what age you'll be ready to retire? Okay, so what else besides how much you have saved in your amount of your retirement benefits?
I think.
Veronica says the percent of each check that you can put away.
Yeah.
So I could do that in percent or I could do that in amounts. But yeah, definitely I need to know how much I'm putting away each month or how much I'm putting away each pay period or whatever. Oh, she says you need to know how much your employer is putting.
Yeah.
I think that you guys have lots and lots of great information that'll help us figure out how much money we have or will have by the end of retirement. But we don't have any information that'll tell us how much we need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got the how much I'll have, but I think it's important in order to decide when to retire to know how much I'm going to need. What kind of information am I looking at there?
Your expenses.
Okay.
So how much you spend every month on rent or gas, whatever you like to have.
Wonderful. Yeah, that would be super important to know. Anything else?
Unexpected
Yeah, emergencies.
mishaps.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
so
you
like
could say,
just
like breaking a hip or something.
Considering for like a raise in expenses that's possible with old age. So
Yeah.
maybe not your current expenses, but your projected expenses.
Yeah.
And that's true. And I still feel like that's included in that idea of expenses though, but you're just thinking of how to really think through your expenses. So that's great. Anything else besides expenses? Well, I think I have something important I'd like to add, you guys. And it's hard to know. I understand that it's hard to know this, but you kind of need to know how long you're going to live.
True.
Like, I mean, just probably. Because if I'm going to live 2 months after retirement, that's way different.
How about you just your health, your general health?
Yeah, that would probably affect it. That would affect that number that I would put in for how many years I'm planning to be retired. So we'll just say time planned, since we all know we're not really in charge of that. We just feel like we're in charge of that. But, you know, would you have enough to live to 100 or would you have enough to live to 88 or yeah. Okay, wonderful. Anybody mad at me for any of that? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, let's erase it and go on to some tricky stuff. The GED loves item set problems where we have tons of information. We have information in word problem form and in a table or graphic of some kind, plus a question just information everywhere. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at all this information we've been given. So it says the table below shows the prices of one mattress wholesaler who specializes in selling to hotel and motel chains. There is a $25 per mattress shipping charge, but shipping charges are waived on orders of $5,000 or more. They also offer bulk discounts. Orders of 20 or more mattresses are given a 5% discount. And then I have this whole gross table. So look, this is what David wanted. He wanted numbers. So number 15, you want to find the price, including shipping, of 4 luxury queen mattresses. What information do you need?
The price of the mattresses.
Cool, go find it for me. What's the price of the mattresses?
$249, $349, $449, $549.
Oh, that's a lot of prices of mattresses. What kind are we buying?
Luxury queen mattresses.
Luxury queen. So which price?
$549.
$549. Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to know that it's $549 per mattress.
Mm-hmm.
Plus how many you're getting.
Oh, and how many I'm getting? So I'm getting 4 mattresses.
Plus shipping for all 4.
Plus I need to know the price of shipping for all 4. So what do I know about the price of shipping right now?
25. There's a
Is
25.
that 25 per mattress or
It
25?
does say per mattress.
Okay.
So what do you think about that, David?
You're going to have to multiply 25.
Yeah, I'm going to need to know again that I'm buying 4 mattresses.
Mm-hmm.
Mattresses is hard to spell. Even though I got spell checked like 87 times while doing this activity, I'm still misspelling mattresses, y'all. I struggle. Okay, there's just so many double letters, but not there. Okay, cool. Do I need to know anything else?
No, maybe.
I don't know. I'm reading back through. Shipping charges are waived on orders of $5,000 or more. I think I need to know if my shipping charges are going to get waived.
No, they're not because it's 20 or more, isn't it? Oh, no, that's just a discount. Sorry.
Yeah, the discount's for 20 or more mattresses. So you're right that this doesn't apply because
But you're not going to make $5,000 off of just 4. You're going to need more than that.
Yeah. So what are you comparing? What's that number?
You're going to compare the 549 and you're going to multiply it by 4, and that'll give you the amount you're going to spend. And it's
Yeah, that total. We got to compare that total to see if it's more or less than $5,000. So yeah, this total here. Okay, cool. Yeah, Veronica thought maybe we should consider the discount, but then she realized the discount doesn't apply here. Nice thinking, Veronica. Okay, so yeah, we definitely should consider it, but yeah, we didn't get it. So wonderful. Let's take a look at 16. You want to find the total price, including any shipping charges and or discounts, of ordering 60 queen value mattresses and 40 king value mattresses. What information do I need? I don't know. I forgot to put that. What information do I need?
You're going to need the amount for the queen.
$249.
So $249 is the number that you both say that I need. So $249, but what's that per?
Per 60
Oh, you're telling me, okay.
per
So
queen.
you're telling me I'm buying 60 queen mattresses. I need that information because I'm going to pay that multiple times.
40 king mattresses
Okay.
value, which would be $299.
Great. I need that. Now, Veronica said shipping charges. I need to know the shipping charges. So, and now I know, Veronica, that it usually depends on the state where you live, but not this time. I told you. I just said there is a $25 mattress shipping charge. But shipping charges are waived on orders of $5,000 or more. So help me out. Do I need a shipping charge or not?
No.
How do you know? How am I supposed to know if I do a shipping charge or not? Because sometimes there's shipping charges and sometimes there aren't in this, according to this word problem.
Because it's there that it would be waived on orders over orders of $5,000 or more. So if it's not $5,000, we have shipping charges.
Okay, what's not $5,000? What thing do I need to figure out?
Our total.
Our total. Okay, so I need the total that I'm spending on the mattresses to figure out if it's over $5,000. Okay, so I am going to have to actually figure this one out. So 249 times 60. Oh my gosh, I'm already well over $5,000. Holy crackers. Okay, and then 299 times 40. Yes, I did say holy crackers. That's communion, by the way. Holy crackers, you guys. Okay, and 11,960.
You can't forget the discount on orders over 20. We are well over 20, so.
I'm well over 20. So even though with the total on the mattresses, she says I need to figure out the discount first, I would agree with you. So was I gonna get the shipping charge or not?
No.
No, so no shipping charge. Okay, so I'll ignore that. But Chelsea says, don't forget your discount.
She said 5% discount.
5%. But when we did percents now, Nicole, Chelsea, and Veronica, you're at a disadvantage. And I think David left. But when we do a discount, you always have to know of what. So 5% of what?
Of the amount.
Yes, exactly, of your total. Beautiful. So I would need to know what 5% of that total was to figure out the discount. Cool. Lots and lots of info I need in order to figure out my price. Veronica said we probably need to know tax too. It didn't get mentioned in the word problem, but that's true. In the real world, we would need tax. But since it wasn't mentioned anywhere in the word problem, we wouldn't be able to figure it out here. So 17, you want to find the amount a hotel would save by putting 2 queen mattresses instead of 2 king mattresses in each of their 20 new suites. The hotel plans to use the Sleep Right line. What information do you need?
You need the price of 2 queen mattresses and 2 king mattresses, and then subtract.
So the price of 2 kings, the price of 2 queens. Now you said you wanted me to subtract those. What's the math word for what I get when I subtract these 2 things?
The difference.
The difference in their price. Okay, let's plan this out. I think it'll help us to understand better what we're doing. So the price of 2 king sleep rights. What's that? Help me find the numbers is what I'm saying, guys. I know we haven't been finding numbers all class, but now I suddenly want to.
$4.99 plus $4.99.
Sure, that's one way to do that. $4.99 plus $4.99. Okay, so what is that? $9.98. Okay, so then how about the price of 2 queen sleep rights?
$4.49 plus $4.49. I mean, you can times it by 2 too, but.
Or I could times it by 2. Exactly right. Brilliant. So that's $8.98. And you wanted me to find the difference in those 2 prices, so subtract. So now I get $100. Yay, I'm done.
Don't you have to times that by 20?
How come I want to times it by 20?
Because there's 20 new rooms.
Good. So I need to know the number of times I'm saving that amount, the number of rooms I'm doing this in. Yes, you're right. I would have to times it by 20. That's why I started pulling out the numbers. I wanted to make sure we didn't miss a step. Yes, I'd end up saving $2,000. Not that much of a savings. Put in the kings, y'all. Put in the kings. So thank you for putting up with my very weird assignments. But again, I'm going to have the kinds of assignments where you could have multiple answers. As you saw here today, there wasn't always one right way to go, which means that I will ask you to submit your work so that you can get feedback. And again, you will not have problems like this on the GED, okay? They won't have these just open-ended, what information do I need kind of questions. So why am I bothering to do this? I really, really want to develop the skill in you guys so you are better thinkers about word problems, okay? So that's the goal of this. So I find it very, very worthwhile. Thank you for coming to virtual GED class today. I had a lot of fun. Probably too much, choosing the correct information with you. So join us next week as we start looking at some of the more complex multi-step problems that come up on the GED. All right, see you next week.